Others in opposition. We gave some time to the folks that want to talk about the health issues. The split, is this, you're the designated person? Two people, okay.
We'll split the time, thank you.
Go ahead.
My name is Paul McGavin, this is Lena Pooh. We are representing many groups in this room. We were granted 5 minutes, thank you, Chairman Hertzberg. Lena and I will be introducing a number of exhibits today as evidence into the public record as part of our testimony. Lena and I have read and quantitatively evaluated many peer-reviewed Supreme Court Delaware Rule admissible scientific studies that conclude direct damages to humans from radio frequency microwave radiation, RFR for short. And we will submit the primary scientific sources into the public record today as substantiating evidence of our statements. We are speaking to you today not about issues of mere concern, worry, or risk. We are talking about established hazards from RFR. We both attest and affirm to the following statements are true, accurate, and within our personal knowledge. The same logic that led the firefighters to flip-flop from opposition to support of this bill, meaning they protected their own, needs to be applied to the public as well. If they're going to protect themselves from the exposures from RFR, the same thing applies to everyone who lives in a neighborhood. These antennas need to be far away from people in order not to inflict direct damages and harm on them, as we will see in Lena's testimony. I'm a software engineer. I'm an expert in measuring and mitigating exposure to man-made pulsed radio frequency microwave radiation. I hold a degree in biology and medicine from Brown University. I can tell you with confidence, RFR is a hazardous pollutant. It's emitted 24/7 from mobile communications facilities such as cell phone towers, antenna, and industrial-strength wireless access points, equipment that's being deployed quite close, in fact, much too close, to very sensitive populations. I'm talking about California school children. The current deployments are in direct violation of California Education Code sections 32060 and 32066. The deployments and the FCC's RFR guideline and rule also violate congressional intent behind the federal 1996 Telecommunications Act, TCA for short, and it violates the American with Disabilities Act. AB 57 is a deemed approved power grab that attempts to preempt the powers of local governments, powers that cannot be preempted according to the 1996 TCA. Senators, you must recognize the congressional intent of the TCA as evidence in the congressional record in reporting out H.R. 1555. The Commerce Committee discussed, quote, "The committee believes it is in the national interest that uniform, consistent requirements with adequate safeguards of the public health and safety be established as soon as possible." Language in AB 57, a co-location, is actually threatening public health and safety. As I shared with the senator staffers last week, in this book called Captured Agency, the FCC is such an agency. It is controlled by the industry it regulates. The FCC RFR guideline is meaningless and has been denounced by the many scientists listed in our exhibits. The guideline has never been a safety standard. I urge this committee not to vote AB 57 through to the Senate floor today. Instead, I urge Senator Hernandez to ask the Senate Rules Committee to re-refer AB 57 to 3 Senate committees: to the Health Committee, of which Senator Hernandez is the chair and Senator Wynn is the vice chair, to the Judiciary Committee, on which Senator Hertzberg serves, and to the Environmental Quality Committee, on which Senator Pavley serves. We need these committees to hear expert testimony from the scientists whose work have refuted the myths and fables, dare I say lies, created by the wireless industry lawyers and lobbyists, which can no longer stand when substantial evidence to the contrary is entered into the public record. Lena, let's get started.